Welcome to the video series on corporate accountancy. This is Satish Kumar N. Mahale, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Government First Grade College, Bada. In this video, we are going to have a look at the format of Statement of Profit and Loss Account as per the Companies Act 2013. We know that the Companies Act 2013 mandates us to prepare the final accounts of the company as per the vertical format. So let us have the look at the format of the Statement of Profit and Loss Account. We start with the revenues or the incomes. Okay, we have two classifications. One is revenue from operations and other is the other income. So combining one and two, we get the total revenue. From the total revenue, we deduct expenses. Expenses are classified as follows: cost of materials consumed, purchase of stock in trade, changes in inventories, employee benefit expenses, finance costs, depreciation and amortization expenses, other expenses. So here we get total expenses. From the incomes, when we deduct the total expenses, we get profit before exceptional and extraordinary items and tax. So we get profit before exceptional, extraordinary items and tax. And from here we deduct exceptional items. We get the balancing figure we get is profit from extraordinary items and tax, and from there we deduct extraordinary items, and after that we deduct tax expenses. Then we arrive at profit and loss from operations. Then we can also we show from profit or loss from discontinuing operations also we have to show there, and from this basis we can also calculate the earnings per share. So this is the basic format of the statement of profit and loss account as per the Companies Act 2013. So here let us have a look at some of the general instructions for preparing the profit and loss account. The provisions of this part shall apply to the income and expenditure account referred in subsection 2 of the section 210 of the Act, in as they to the statement of the finance company. Revenue from operations include interest expenses, others shall disclose by the way of notes additional information regarding aggregate expenditure and income on the following items. Firstly, employee benefit expenses such as salaries and wages, expenses on employee stock option scheme, depreciation and amortization expenses, interest income, dividend income, net gain or loss on foreign currency transactions and translations, details of items of exceptional and extraordinary nature, profit period items. Okay. Then the aggregate if material of any amount set aside or proposed to be set aside to reserve but not including provisions made to meet any specific liability, contingent or commitment known to exist as date to which the balance sheet is made up, the aggregate material of any amounts withdrawn from such reserves, the aggregate if material amounts of the amounts set aside to provisions made for meeting specific liabilities, contingents or commitments, the aggregate if material or the amounts withdrawn from such provisions as no longer required. Expenditure incurred on each of the following items separately for each item shall include the following components: consumption of stores and parts, power and fuel, rent, repairs to building and machinery, insurance, and then dividends from subsidiary companies, provisions or losses from subsidiary companies. The profit and loss shall also contain by the way of notes of the following information, namely value of imports calculated on CIF basis by the company during the financial year in respect of raw materials, component and spare parts, uh, capital goods. Then expenditure in foreign currency during the financial year. Earnings in foreign exchange classified as under the following heads, namely export of goods calculated on FOB basis, royalty, know-how, professional and consultation fees, interest and dividend. So these are basically the instructions on how to keep in mind while preparing the statement of profit and loss as per the Companies Act 2013. So this is the format of the of the statement of profit and loss of account as per the Companies Act 2013. And below we had a look at the general instructions which are need to be taken into consideration while preparing the uh, uh, preparing the statement of profit and loss account. For further references, you can have a look at Corporate Accountancy by Dr. T.N. Godi or Corporate Accountancy by P.C. Tulsian. You can also have a look at Corporate Accountancy by M.B. Kadkol for further understanding and references. I hope this video was helpful in getting an idea of how a profit and loss account format is given, and the provisions relating how it is prepared and what are the items taken into consideration. I hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching this video. Until the next video, bye.